Hi, good morning. I'm John at Tennessee Achieves.
And I'm Lauren at Tennessee Achieves.
Today, we're going to take some time to talk about next steps once you've graduated high school, what you should be doing over that summer between the end of high school and the start of college. So, Lauren, thanks so much for taking time to be with me. You're going to be our resident expert. And Lauren, as you know, I just graduated high school.
Yeah.
Just circa like 1 month ago. So,
congratulations. First off, John, it's a huge accomplishment. You should be proud.
Not enough people acknowledge that. So thank you so much. And Lauren, I'm going to be honest. I'm clueless. I have no idea what I should do. What are my next steps? I've applied to college. I know that, but I'm not really sure maybe about what are the things I need to do. What are the things I need to check off that list?
Yeah, that's a good question, John. A lot of people get really confused in this time. Like you think that you're ready to go, but you're not quite sure what to do next. I was in the same boat when I started school. I was like, okay, I've been accepted, like I'm going to school, but like, how do I get my classes? How do I know where things are? How is it going to get paid for? All those like questions. So the first thing that you're going to do is orientation.
Okay.
So your orientation, if you haven't scheduled it already, you can do that through your online portal. You'll go in there, set a date and a time. It's in person, so you'll go on campus, and it's just a time for you to get to know things on campus, get familiar with the campus. They'll usually have some kind of like fair at the end where you can meet people from financial aid, accessibility services, Tennessee Achieves is there sometimes, or you might be able to look at different clubs, just knowing what's available to you on campus.
Okay, perfect. And when you say the student portal, that is the login for my college, right? I'm going to go on their website. I'm going to use their portal. And that's going to let me log in and sign up for an orientation time?
Yes. And if you're unsure what your portal is, you probably have already received an email. So go back through your email, the email that you applied to the college with, and just look for that. It'll have your ID, your password, and just get logged in through that.
Wait, so you're saying I have to check my email in college?
Absolutely. Get used to checking it. I would say daily, but even now, get used to checking it a couple of times a week because your college is already going to be sending you things that are just good information to know. So start checking it now.
Okay.
Good rule of thumb.
I'll implement that. I'm going to start looking there. There's some good information in there.
Absolutely.
So I go to the orientation. I've been to that. Like, what's the next step after that?
Yeah, some orientations, like four-year universities, might have you register while you're at orientation, and some others, like our two-year institutions, might have you register at a different time. So either way, you're going to meet with an advisor, and they're going to sit down and go through what you need to take, because I know you might be even looking at some of the classes, and you're like, that would be awesome, but does it align with what you need to take? And those are the people that are going to be there to assure that you're on the right pathway.
Okay. And I have to intentionally sign up for these classes. I have to intentionally meet with an advisor. They won't just put me in classes just because I've applied for college, right?
No, they're not just going to put you into classes. You've got to set an appointment, first of all. Again, that portal is going to be like your best friend while you're in college. So go to that portal, set your advising appointment up, and then go from there.
Okay, perfect. So once I've gone to the orientation, I've met with an advisor, and they've helped me register for classes. What is the next thing after that? Do I need to do anything else?
I know I keep saying that portal, but check that portal. It's going to have everything in there that you need. So if you're missing anything like your high school transcripts or test scores, or maybe there's something that is needed from financial aid. Maybe you've completed financial aid, it's going through verification, and they just need a few more documents. That's all going to be in your portal.
Okay. And so they need that before they can apply financial aid, say Tennessee Promise or something else that I'm getting.
Yes, they're going to need all that information before your aid is going to be able to be applied. And if you have any questions about that, I always recommend reaching out to your financial aid office because they are there to help you through that as well.
That makes sense. And so let's shift gears a little bit. What do I need to do if I'm a Tennessee Promise student? What are the steps of things I need to do this summer?
Yeah, there's a few things coming up with Tennessee Promise. You've got to make sure that you are registered. When you register for those 12 credit hours. You have to be a full-time student, which means 12 credit hours. So after you've registered, We have a community service deadline that'll be coming up July. Make sure that you have all of your 8 hours in by July. Now, those might look different from year to year. You can always find that on our website. So under the community service tab, it'll have all of the deadlines, usually even a couple in advance if you're wondering about those too.
Okay, so I need to complete that. What's 8 hours of community service?
Yes.
That's with like a volunteer organization, a nonprofit, some sort of community service organization. Then I need to submit it on the tnachieves.org website.
Yes, that's a good point, John. Submitting it. If you don't submit it, we don't know that you've done it. You know, or you might volunteer with the animal shelter and they're like, hey, you're good to go, but you're not good to go with Tennessee Achieves until you submit them. So that's a good flag there, John.
Yeah, because we can't know about it until you actually submit that form.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. We can't contact every animal shelter
Yeah.
and say, has everyone done something? As far as, is there anything else that like we need to know about next steps or things to be ready?
Yeah, just make sure that, again, you're checking that portal. You're looking at your financial aid. You make sure you're registered, orientation. Also, if you are with UT Promise, that's another scholarship that's available. Make sure that you're submitting your community service with Tennessee Achieves that first time. So you can do that at tnachieves.org as well.
Okay. And then this is maybe a simple question, Laura.
Yeah.
But how do I know if my school uses Tennessee Promise? Because I know not every school has that.
That's a good question. So again, our website, if you go under the eligible institutions tab, it's going to show you what institutions accept Tennessee Promise. It'll show you all of the 2-year institutions as well as some of the 4-year institutions that accept Tennessee Promise at a discounted rate.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else that I need to do this summer?
No, just congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's exciting. Just get excited about college next. You know, after you have all those things checklist, enjoy your summer and just get ready for that first day.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, Lauren. I think this is really helpful.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.